Hello everyone, and welcome back to Factions Multiplayer in The Last of Us. We are playing on the map Checkpoint, and today I want to do something now slightly different than what I normally do. I usually talk about, something going on, but I wanted to talk about, something a little more serious, a little more focused. This is actually my second time recording this audio thing because I wasn't happy with the way I was going about it, getting my thoughts together in the previous recording. Got that one guy. I like this spot up here. It's a nice sniping spot that isn't too overpowered. Has sight lines on the left and the right, but not straight on. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I want to talk about, goals and dreams. Things that a lot of people just sort of don't really know about. Like, some people like sort of fall into place. They just go with the flow until they find just something that they might be good at, but not something they necessarily wanted to be.
Move out.
And that's sort of what I was at for a long time. Like, I was there for a little bit, and you can find it. I mean, don't feel rushed, but don't don't just let yourself fall into those roles. I made that mistake, because since 3 years old. 3 years old, I was, doing Legos, designing things, and just having fun. And that is what I enjoy, personally. I enjoy designing things. That is, as long as I get to design what I want to design, I'm happy. And for a while there, I thought the best way to do that would be to go into architecture, back before gaming was as big as it is now. And so that was what I pursued, like, my whole life. Everything was about architecture, getting contacts, getting, finding the best schools, programs, everything. And at the time, when it was something really respectable, oh my gosh, my parents were so supportive of that, excluding my dad. Not going to get into that. I got into that a little bit more than I would have liked the last, the first time I recorded this. We don't get along. He's a big sports guy. I'm artsy guy. So throughout, all the way through like high school, I was all big on architecture. I knew what I wanted to do. I took programs for it, everything. And CAD came out right around that time, and it made things so much easier and so much more fun. I could do stuff so much faster. And wow, I just got totally destroyed right there. And so I was like, oh, man, I really made the right choice. This is where I was meant to be. And then up comes college, and everything changed. With the introduction of AutoCAD, while it made things easier, the backlash that it had was that jobs that used to be done by many different people, they could all be done by the same person. So the 300 plus plans that go into building sort of any building, all done by one person all of a sudden. So all of a sudden it wasn't about design really anymore. It was just doing the same thing over and over and over again. There used to be these giant plans used to be done by, you had your electrical engineer, your plumbing engineer, your landscape engineer or architect, and usually about 5 different people splitting up these 300 to 500 amounts of plans. and the architect are doing the design portion of it. But the reality was that now the architect does all of those jobs.
Straggler, look alive!
They it just sucked the fun out of it, quite frankly. But I was afraid to switch to game design. Like, I had been thinking about it, but I was too afraid to switch because I had spent literally my whole life just heading towards architecture, and I didn't know enough about game design or have the context to do it. So I stayed in architecture longer than I should have. And also my parents, you know, they didn't support it. Like, they said, "Oh, that's great," but their backing was not the same as it was with architecture. Architecture, they were like all gung-ho, give me whatever I needed. But when it came to something that, you know, parents, when it comes to games, they think it's just like a silly waste of time and stuff like that. At least the past generation. Now parents are starting to get it. More modern parents are starting to get it. But it was, they had no support for switching into this, and whatever it is you want to do, like, it doesn't even matter if it sounds stupid at the beginning. Go at it with all your heart, and if it ends up being not what it's what you thought it would be, then switch. Do something that you enjoy. There's a saying, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. That is what I am like. Unfortunately, it could be a little bit too late for me. But never let it be too late for, like, don't waste the time. It's not worth wasting time. Don't let anything your parents say or you say, if they don't support you, well, that's their loss. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. At least you like gave it your all. I mean, that's like, I'm proud of my time in architecture, and quite frankly, it's like I'm still doing what I want to do, which is to design things. And that architecture experience, that is by no means getting wasted. They thought, you know, my parents thought when I was getting out of that it was all a waste. They constantly say how it was a waste going for those classes, that I'm not even pursuing that anymore. But it wasn't a waste, because I'm still designing, and that experience is going to help me in game design. A massive amount. They don't even understand. The context is maybe not as useful as it once was, but the experience helps me either way. And just don't let anyone say what you can or cannot do. Like, to pursue it without my parents' backing, I'm gonna be moving, like, straight up moving out of state. I've moved a couple times recently due to these sort of things, and it looks like it's about to end up here, but I'm gonna finish up what I have to say. I'll be moving to Texas to pursue on my own, by my own means, what I really want to do and what I think I'll have fun doing. And so it's not immediate, but it is going to be soon. And anyway, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening to what I had to say. See you and good night. 1.5 remix. When we last left off, I was, well, wasting my time here in the jungle. Now, a few things. I'm sorry about the wait on this. I am